Good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Lisa Feltrinelli, and I am featuring Dino with Dino's Toy Drive today. Listen, if you folks haven't tuned into my show yet, as a reminder, I am a local real estate agent with over 25 years of experience. And what I would like to do is feature local restaurants, bars, shops, and local heroes. So for all the folks that are moving to South Florida, who have just moved to South Florida, and that are continuing to enjoy our beautiful beaches, I personally welcome you home. So today is a twofer. We are going to be at one of my local dining spots here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, called Hott Leggz. You don't necessarily have to have hot legs to join, but I'm thinking if you do, it'll be okay. So Dino has been operating Dino's Toy Drive for what, nearly 10 years?
10 years now, yeah. This year will be the 10th year.
So the toy drive every year has a big turnout, and all the toys go to the Nicklaus Childrens Hospital of Miami. So let's talk to Dino a little bit about how he got started doing this, and what made you select Nicklaus?
It started as a New Year's resolution in 2004. I'm sorry, 2010. It was supposed to be for 1 year only. And it grew in so much popularity that I was doing it 4 times a year that year. And I said, all right, that's it. So after the 4th time, I said I was done. And everybody was like, no, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. The momentum's there. Let's keep doing it. So it's 10 years. The first year I picked 4 different hospitals, local hospitals. And the way that Nicklaus Childrens Hospital treated us, where they welcomed us so like with open arms. And they didn't give us a time limit with the kids. Certain hospitals gave us only an hour, and by the time I unpacked every single toy, we must have had like 10 minutes. Nicklaus Children's, they said, take as long as you want. You get to meet the kids. So they just right out from the gate, they just treated us so nicely.
Well, I've been a part of the toy drives for the last few years, and it's so amazing how much outreach the community brings for the drive. And it's so amazing that you actually take the gifts, you take the donations to the hospital, and you get to see the faces of the children who really need these toys. And I think that's super, super different than any other toy drive where you drop everything in a box and then they're not quite sure exactly where it goes. So tell me a little bit about how the pandemic has changed the way you're doing your toy drive this year.
Well, unfortunately, this year we're not allowed to go into the hospital to see the kids. So every year they let us see the kids, talk to the kids, interact with the children. But because of the coronavirus this year, we are not allowed in the hospital at all. So what I did is I contacted some of the nurse practitioners that I've worked with in the past. And we got a wish list for certain families and certain kids where we're able to shop just specifically for those kids, the kids in need, for their families, for their brothers, their siblings. So we're going to get that wish list, but I know there's so many more toys. So any extra toys that we get, obviously we're going to give it right to the kids. We're going to donate it right to the hospital, and it's going to go right to their warehouse. Unfortunately, we can't see the kids this year.
Now, let me ask you, and let's remind everybody that's watching, when are you going to be able, what are you dropping off the items?
We are dropping it off Wednesday, December 23rd. And it's the day before Christmas Eve. We usually have a big event there at the hospital, but once again, because we're not allowed to be in the hospital, this is the best and the only thing that we could possibly do to at least help these kids this Christmas, because I know everyone's going through a tough time with this pandemic. So I usually do big events, but because of the pandemic, I'm not going to do any events.
No, I understand.
And you know, without the generosity and the great people that support us, it couldn't be possible. Next year is going to be huge.
Absolutely.
I do 2 a year, July and Christmas. So
next year definitely.
Next year is going to be huge. Fingers crossed. Yes.
In many ways.
Yes.
So from now until the 23rd, let's remind our viewers where they can donate. Is there a list that you still have, or do you have things marked off? You know, how are you managing, you know, being Santa Claus right now and figuring out what Barbie doll you already have and what one do you need? So what's the easiest way for people to do what they need to do?
The best way, we're going to go home later and we're going to look down what we have collected so far. And I'm going to repost a link or just the wish list and let people know these are the items we got. These are the items that we still need. And as I posted tonight, we're going to check off. We have a bike. We have a scooter. This is what we're in need of for the other kids. So I'm going to figure it out Allison's here. She's going to help me figure that out as well.
Okay, so folks, on scrolling on the screen, you should probably see my phone number. Call me anytime. I'm happy to pick up. You can drop off. There's some locations, Sway Nightclub, for those folks who might work all day or work crazy shifts. So I think Sway is open from 11 p.m. till something crazy in the morning.
Sway's open Fridays and Saturdays, but there's somebody there all the time during the day. And if they're unable to drop it off, I'll be more than happy to come in wherever you are to pick up any toy for any kid.
Right. And then, of course, Hott Leggz here on Commercial in Fort Lauderdale. It's hotleggz.com, Leggz. And somebody is typically here from 11 o'clock till 1 or 2 in the morning, 7 days a week. Okay.
Yes.
Again, 954-553-5546. I will pick up. Dino will pick up.
100% will pick up.
Or we can tell you where to drop everything off and get everything connected for you. And we thank you so much for all of your generosity and any donations that you might be able to provide for Nicklaus Childrens Hospital. And anything else you'd like to tell our audience today?
I would like to thank our sponsors, Sway Nightclub, Hott Leggz. They've been a part of this since day one.
Yeah.
And without Kai and Juliana that are here, Kai's the owner here, it couldn't be possible.
Yeah.
Kai welcomes me in every year. We do the event the night before we deliver the toys.
Yeah.
We do a happy hour event, but once again, because of the pandemic, we're not. But thank you, Kai. Thank you, Sway Nightclub. Capone's Nightclub downtown's another sponsor. And, it's something that we have to do.
Yeah.
And I know, I'm not going big because I know people are going through a tough time this year.
Right.
But whoever can donate, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I know the kids at the Nicklaus Childrens Hospital are going to greatly appreciate everything.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to remind you guys, you can email me at lisa@calllisa.com. That's lisa@calllisa.com. And you can just say, hey, Lisa, give me the list. What do I need? And I will provide the updated list as soon as Wednesday, actually. All right. Now, I thank you so much for your time, Dino.
Lisa, thank you for having me on the show. Seriously, thank you for having me on the show. It's been an honor and a pleasure. And thank you for being a part of it every year with us, too, Lisa.
I absolutely.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
And we actually have one of the owners of Hott Leggz here with us today. So I'd like to find Kai Novak if he's in the restaurant. And he could say a little.
Kai's not camera shy, so don't let him fool you, folks.
I don't think anybody here in this program is camera shy. So, guys, a few years ago, how long has your restaurant been open? 8 years?
Going on 9, yep.
Going on 9 years. Hott Leggz, again, in Fort Lauderdale. Great seafood restaurant, but it's also a little Chicago gem. I am a Chicago in myself, so when I heard about this restaurant and bar, I had to come check it out for myself. There is a vast variety of food and some local Chicago favorites as well. So, Kai, can you tell me a little bit about how you came about this location and what makes this bar so special besides you and your personality?
This I just kind of fell into.
Yeah. You have a bunch of dollars. People come in, they put money on the wall. And
as a matter of fact, the bottom half of the money goes to Dino on toy drive days.
I honestly don't know why, but I'm grateful. Thank you. I'm grateful.
So it's been that's been really cool.
Yeah.
We've also, with the dollars on the bill, we during COVID gave to our servers.
That's right. That's right. In fact, he was on a bunch of the local news channels with the close of the restaurants and some of the employees not, making their monies. They actually took the monies off the wall. You could see it. You have to come by and see it.
We were at $12,000.
Yeah,
wow.
A little over $12,000 that you were able to help the staff. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So,
and some of your popular dishes that people will find here. Tell me what's the three most popular items.
Crab legs. I think our beef sandwich is bar none.
Yeah.
Chicago beef, of course.
Yeah.
Our burgers are excellent.
Yes, guys. If
we got a new thing now, the mahi bites, which are off the charts.
The grilled, fried, or
both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your choice.
I try them later.
That's right. So Hott Leggz is crab legs, right? But like I said, if you do have hot legs, you can still come. Nobody's going to bother you about that. And I want to thank you both for letting me host my show here.
Honor and a pleasure. I've been eating here for 10 plus years and I've never had a bad meal here. Everything's fantastic. Right. The happy hours here, the drink specials. I mean, it's just an incredible place to come here and feel like you're home. It's like a neighborhood
It's so
bar
much
and grill.
fun.
It's just so much fun here.
We actually had to turn down the radio, but it's always amazing. It's always fun. It's a good vibe, good people, and I can't wait for you to come by, check it out, and let me know what you think.
Yes, and if you come by, you're dropping off a toy, just give it to one of the servers or bartenders,
That's right.
and they'll put it aside for me, and we'll
Thank
be picking it up the day before
Yes.
we deliver the toys to the kids.
Yes, thank you, folks. Thank you both
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
with me
Thank
today.
you,
I
Lisa,
greatly
so much.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much, Lisa.
Well, happy holidays, everybody. We will be wrapping up for the year. I will definitely be back in the beginning of January. That's Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. And I wish everybody a very healthy, safe, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you
Welcome
again.
home.
Thank you, Lisa.